let's talk about color, shall we?
All right. All right. For this next assignment, I want you to go outside and select 6 objects. Take your time, enjoy being outdoors. I'm selecting this object.
Okay.
I'll meet you back in the studio. Thanks for visiting our garden. Getting any bees?
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Camera doesn't want to focus very well though. There we go.
All right, so now we're back in the studio. I have my objects. This little branch is nice chromatic gray. And then I have this rock, and I'm going to paint the color of this rock without using black. Okay, so I'm going to create the gray for this rock using my primaries in white. I'm going to create the grays and browns for just a section of this twig using my primaries in white. So as I look at this twig, I'm looking at it with a lot of cast shadows, right? Because we're in the studio and we have the lights and we're just kind of formulating everything for the camera's sake. But what I'm attempting to do is depict a section of this branch and just create a little color swatch that is that color. And so I have my yellow here. Gonna get a little bit of yellow. Gonna get just a little bit of my white. I anticipate that my blue is going to be strong tinting strength, so now I have a sort of greenish color. Well, this doesn't look at all like that branch. Why would I start with that? So now I'm going to go to its complement. I'm going to get just a little bit of red. I'm going to mix it in with that green. And now I'm looking at this green and it's like, well, that was a little too, it's really warm, and so I need to add a bit of red to get it more brownish, but now this brown is definitely too bright for this, but let's see what I have. Definitely not there yet, right? I'm close to getting the value. I feel like I'm close to getting the value of this branch, but I don't have the color temperature right. I feel that the color temperature I have with this brown is a little too warm, so I'm going to add some blue. And I'm just going to get just a little bit of blue. Add it to that brown. If I get too much blue, then I will definitely be in the realm of green. And now that I have that blue in there, I'm probably getting to a place where now it's a little too dark. Oh, let's put in too much. Let's put in a little too much blue. And then I'm going back to the green. It's like back and forth. You're going to go back and forth. You're going to really want to spend some time with this. Get familiar with mixing your colors. Now I feel like this brown I have is a cooler brown, but now it's going to be too dark. I think I'm closer here. I think I'm really close now. I'm going to paint it out so it's opaque. Yep, I'm close. And now I'm going to add, now I'm going to tint, right? I'm adding a little bit of white. And adding some of that white to that brown. Not to all of it, just in case it isn't right. Let's see what I have. Yeah. I feel like I'm pretty close with that one. Then if I had a pencil, I'd write twig. I'd photograph the twig with that swatch. And I'd put a circle around it. It's like, look at this one. This is the one that's correct. Okay, now here we have tricky color, right? Because almost anyone would say it's a gray rock. And that, you know, most people would think, well, you're going to mix black and white to get that gray. But you're not going to have that option. I'm not going to have that option, in fact. And so I'm going to try to create that gray, the gray that I see right there, right there, that gray, okay? All right, so I need to look at it in the light. Here I have a little bit of, I'm getting my brush wet, and after I get my brush wet, I have this rag here that's just like, this is the rag that takes a lot of abuse, right? And you can use a paper towel. I like to fold it into quarters because then it just kind of stays in place. It's kind of neat. If it gets saturated, you can turn it over. All right. So I'm going to, as I look at this rock, I think it's I think it's a cold gray. But I'm not using black, and none of you will be using black either. So I recall when I made my purple, when I added red to my purple, it actually made a darker value than my blue, which was very surprising. You might find some surprises too. You see, I'm not going into the middle of my red. I'm not going to contaminate all that red with my blue. I'm just going to get just a little bit, just like a bite. Okay. Well, now I'm feeling really grateful that I can't make a luminous, pure chroma of purple, because I feel like I'm almost on the right track as it is. So this is going to be the rocks paper, or maybe I do the rocks swatch right here. I'm going to brush it out and just see what I have. And I want to go for full opacity. I don't want to see the paperiness. I just want full saturation. All right. You know what? That's kind of close. Listen, you all. I got lucky on that. And you know what? I deserved a little luck after those first 2 weeks of teaching in front of the camera. So there you go. Here's my demonstration.
Good job.
You're going to do this with 5 different objects that you find in nature, and then for your 6th swatch, you are going to paint the color of the palm of your hand, and then after your paint swatch dries, you're going to cut the swatch out, put it in your palm, and photograph it. That's going to be swatch number 6. All right, good luck. I hope you enjoy this process. Thanks so much. Bye.